Welcome to Loma Verde, one of South Nevada's most peaceful and established neighborhoods, right here in Marin County, California. I'm taking you on a complete driving tour of this beautiful community so you can see exactly what it's like living in Loma Verde. At the start of this tour, I'm traversing the primary artery that runs through the neighborhood, Alameda de la Loma, which runs in an easterly-westerly direction. Now, let's start with some basics. Loma Verde, which means Green Hill in Spanish, is an older neighborhood built primarily in the 1950s and early 1960s. Locals refer to it as Loma. What you'll notice right away is the classic mid-century ranch architecture, the mature trees, and the generous quarter-acre lots that are increasingly rare in Marin County. The neighborhood has about 1,500 residents and is actually not a part of the city of Novato. It's unincorporated, even though the city completely surrounds it. It's a tight-knit community where neighbors know each other, and you'll often see kids playing outside, families walking to school, people with their dogs saying hello. It's a very cohesive neighborhood. Let me give you a quick general description about Loma homes. Typical homes here are around 1,600 square feet, three bedrooms, two baths, ranch style houses on those quarter-acre lots I mentioned. And you're looking at prices around $1.1 million up to roughly $1.4 million, which makes this one of the more affordable options in Marin County while still giving you excellent access to everything that Novato, Marin, and the North Bay offers. Location-wise, you're just about 10 minutes to downtown Novato, 10 minutes to downtown San Rafael, and about 30 minutes to San Francisco. The Golden Gate Bridge is about 18 miles to the south. Also, you've got easy access to Highway 37 and the wine country to the north. Plus, Highway 101 is very close, making your commute pretty straightforward with minimal exposure to surface streets and stoplights. The neighborhood is served by Loma Verde Elementary School, located at 399 Alameda de la Loma. And this is really the heart of the neighborhood. The school serves pre-kindergarten through fifth grade and has about 400 students. Parents really love the walkability factor here. There are even secret pathways through blocks that allow students to have a more direct and safer route to school without having to walk all the way around the block to get to the entrance. In addition, there's a pedestrian pathway at the back of the school serving that same function. And you can actually see how the entire neighborhood is designed around the school with these safe walking routes from all the surrounding streets. On any school day morning, you see families walking their kids here with dogs, and it's just that kind of community. After Loma Verde Elementary, students typically go to San Jose Middle School, which serves grades 6 through 8, and then they head to Novato High School for 9th grade through 12th grade. All three schools are part of the Novato Unified School District. As we explore the residential streets, so you can get a real feel for what homes look like in Loma Verde, you can actually see just how quiet it is. These are all local streets with very little through traffic. And what you're seeing here is classic 1950s and 1960s Marin County architecture, these mid-century ranch homes. Single story, low pitched roofs, clean horizontal lines, lots of windows. Many homes have been updated over the years, but they've maintained that original character. You'll see that most of the homes sit on these quarter-acre lots. That's about 10,800 square feet of land. And these larger lots mean you've got space for a real backyard, mature landscaping, space for a workshop or an ADU. And, the mature trees throughout the neighborhood are mostly oak, pine, and some beautiful madrones. They really accentuate the neighborhood. Typical homes here have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and around 1,600 square feet of living space. Some have been expanded to 4 bedrooms or have added family rooms or second stories. So the square footage can range from about 1,200 square feet on the small end up through about 2,400 square feet for the larger homes. The streets are wider than what you'd find in newer developments, and you've got that nice mix of, attached garages and carports, plenty of street parking, which is great when you have guests. One thing you'll notice, and this is really important, is how well maintained everything is. The homes are cared for, the yards are neat, people take pride in the properties. The neighborhood just has that established, stable feel that comes from longtime residents who really care about the community. Oh, and you'll see homes that have been beautifully updated with fresh landscaping, new windows, modern paint colors, while others maintain that vintage charm. The real estate market here is somewhat competitive. Homes typically sell pretty quickly because people know it's a special area and turnover is very low. And that tells you this is a neighborhood where people stay. It consistently has some of the lowest home sale rates in the entire country, which is something you can sense when you kind of are driving through and experience the peaceful atmosphere and community feel. One of the best things about Loma Verde is its proximity to shopping and restaurants. It's close to Pacheco Plaza and Hamilton Marketplace. Both are right here adjacent to the neighborhood. Hamilton Plaza is actually across the freeway, but 2 minutes away. Um, these shopping centers have everything you need for daily life without having to drive very far. At Pacheco Plaza, you've got Nugget Market for like upscale general food shopping, Boca Pizza, sushi, banking, dry cleaning, other miscellaneous shops and services. And at Hamilton Marketplace, just across the freeway, you've got a full, giant, newer Safeway grocery store as the anchor. There's a Pete's Coffee there for your morning caffeine, a Toast restaurant, which is a really popular breakfast and lunch place, Super Duper Burgers, Thai food, and Rustic Bakery. And their pastries are fantastic. Both of these marketplaces have nice outdoor atmospheres with clean walkways, places to sit outside. You'll often see neighbors running into each other here. They're real community gathering spots. And if you need more shopping options, you've also got Vintage Oak Shopping Center just a few minutes away. That has Costco, Target, Marshalls, tons of restaurants, tons of service providers. Also Sports Basement, one of my favorites. And also, downtown Novato on Grant Avenue has local boutiques, restaurants. That's where they have community events. That's about 10 minutes away. So, in any event, having Pacheco Plaza and Hamilton Marketplace right near the neighborhood is a huge convenience factor. In fact, you can even walk or bike to Pacheco Plaza via the secret pathway that connects Calle de la Mesa to Ignacio Boulevard. So you can walk or bike for groceries, grab a quick lunch, meet friends for coffee without even getting in your car. Now, here's one of my absolute favorite things about Loma. I'm guessing most of the people who live there would agree. This is something you really can't put a price on, and that's direct access to nature. All those hills behind the neighborhood, they're all accessible. Loma Verde backs right up to three separate but connected nature preserves: the Loma Verde Preserve, Pacheco Valley Preserve, and Ignacio Valley Preserve. Together, they create about 3,000 acres of protected open space. When you live here, you've got wilderness in your backyard. These preserves are all managed by the Marin County Open Space District, and they're absolutely beautiful. You've got miles of hiking trails, fire roads for biking, stunning views of the bay and the surrounding hills. The terrain includes oak woodlands, grasslands, deep canyons, high ridges, excellent habitat for wildlife. Dogs are welcome on the trails. They need to be leashed on some trails and under voice command on the fire roads, but this is huge for dog owners. Where else can you step out of your door and be on a hiking trail in minutes? The preserves feature sandstone slopes, my favorite trees on the planet, the beautiful madrone trees. You'll recognize madrones by their distinctive red bark. And also up there, you'll find unbroken expanses of just classic California hillside landscape. It's gorgeous. And just up the street from Loma Verde, you've also got Marin Country Club with one of the nicest golf courses in the area. So you can combine world-class golf with thousands of acres of nature preserves. The whole area around this neighborhood is as scenic and serene as it gets. And this access to open space is really, to me, what sets Loma Verde apart. You get suburban convenience with a peaceful, almost rural feeling. It's just perfect for families who want their kids to grow up with nature, retirees who love to hike and be outdoors, or anyone that just needs an escape after a long day at work. So let's talk about what it's actually like to live in Loma Verde, the community character, the people, the lifestyle here. First off, this is a very family friendly neighborhood. You'll see that in the number of kids playing outside and riding bikes, walking to school. It's safe, it's quiet, and parents feel comfortable letting their children be independent here. Employment wise, they say about half of working residents are in executive, management, or professional occupations. Most people commute between 15 and 30 minutes to work, which is pretty reasonable for the overall Bay Area. And what really stands out when you talk to residents, and this comes through on platforms like Nextdoor, is how much people love living here. The words that come up over and over are words like peaceful, quiet, safe, friendly, clean, welcoming, walkable. Neighbors know each other and people look out for one another. In fact, the neighborhood is actually rated as one of the more retiree friendly neighborhoods and ranks in the second percentile of all California neighborhoods. So if you're thinking about retirement, this could be a perfect, peaceful atmosphere with above average safety, diverse housing options, and that tight knit community feel. So give it a look. Climate wise, you'll get that classic California Mediterranean weather, warm, dry summers in the mid 70s to low 80s, mild winters in the mid 50s to low 60s. Most rainfall in Loma Verde occurs from November through March, and you get plenty of sunny days year round. The vibe here is kind of sleepy, but in the best way. A typical day revolves around maybe walking the kids to school, saying hi to your neighbors, maybe a morning hike in the preserve, and really not much drama. For most people who live here, that's exactly what they want. So there you have it, a complete tour of Loma Verde in Novato, California. Let me wrap this up with some final thoughts and market insights. The real estate market here is competitive. With essentially zero vacancy, homes sell quickly when they do come on the market. You're looking at typical prices around 1.1 million to 1.4 million dollars for those 1,600-ish square feet ranch homes on quarter-acre lots. Now, Novato overall has seen some price fluctuations recently. I am filming this in January of 2026. So in Novato overall, over the past year, the median home price was around $895,000 in late 2025, down a little bit from the year before. But Loma Verde and the 94949 zip code overall tends to hold its value better because of the special combination of location, e.g., close to San Francisco, good commute, lot sizes, and community character. This neighborhood is ideal if you're a family looking for good schools and a safe environment, for retirees wanting peace and a sense of community, and for nature lovers who need easy trail access, or really anyone who wants larger lots and established neighborhood feel for their living. The commute is super manageable. You're right off Highway 101, 10 minutes to San Rafael. 10 minutes to downtown Novato, 30 minutes to San Francisco, and you can be in the heart of Sonoma and Napa wine country within 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how deep you're going into Napa Valley. And those nature preserves, that's something you absolutely cannot replicate in most places outside of 94949 zip code. Compared to other Marin County neighborhoods, Loma Verde is more affordable while still giving you excellent quality of life. You're getting that entire Marin lifestyle, including access to San Francisco, the wine country, the ocean, great outdoor recreation, without having to pay Mill Valley or San Anselmo prices. I hope this driving tour has given you a real sense of what Loma Verde is all about. If you're considering moving to Novato or exploring Marin County neighborhoods, definitely put Loma Verde on your list. And if you found this tour helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Bay Area neighborhood tours and updates, and drop a comment below if you have questions about Loma Verde and Novato or want to see other neighborhoods. I'm Kyle Frazier with Imagine Marin, brokered by Compass. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next neighborhood tour.